Since the dawn of time, it has been the very nature of humanity to strive for greatness. Survival of the fittest is an instinct that man has followed into an existence of competition through the ages and a history of profound rivalries. In prehistoric times, the Neanderthals were threatened by the cavemen.
Choose your words wisely, Leonidas. They may be your last.
Then came the Spartans versus the Persians.
This is Sparta!
Modern times have brought such legendary rivalries as West Coast gangs versus East Coast gangs. No rivalry ever known to man is more infamous than the showdown which occurs annually between two schools in Oklahoma City, America, the Casady Cyclones and the Heritage Hall Chargers.
Click, click, boom! I'm coming down on the stereo, give me on the radio. Click, click, boom! I'm coming down with the new style, and you know it's both wild. Click, click, boom! I'm on the radio.
The 1960s was a decade of hippies and tie-dye, the Beatles and Woodstock, Flower Children and the Vietnam War. The era was a time of great change in the world, and at the turn of the decade, a monumental turn of events in Oklahoma City would change the face of education and high school athletics as we know it. In 1969, Heritage Hall School was founded in the basement of All Souls Church.
Oh, it was the first day of school. I was there, and I remember it. All the new beautiful faces, so eager to learn. But we had a problem. There was no money. No money for books, blackboards, pencils, and even desks. No desks. We had to sit on the dirty, damp, cold floor. It did nothing for my arthritis, nothing for my old lady bones. Oh, but it was a great place to work. We had some great times.
But Heritage Hall was not the only game in town. Just up the street from the fledgling Chargers was Casady School, a proud institution with a reputation for excellence.
These test scores will not do. You must take them again and again until you pass. Yavo?
Despite obvious differences in educational philosophies, it looked as if the students from the two schools would coexist in perfect harmony. Until one faithful day.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 ba da 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 ya.
It was on that legendary day, over that legendary French fry, that the historic rivalry between Heritage Hall and Casady was born.
I don't even know what the fight was over. Like, they started getting into it, and Chad took a swing at the other guy, and the other guy was like, "No way, dude, that's my fry." And Chad was like, "No, dude, that's totally my fry." And like, everyone started getting into a big brawl over like a French fry. It was crazy.
Perfect. It was obvious after the French fry incident that there was tension between the students. We tried to organize something where the students could channel this aggression. You know, we tried everything, and we started with the most obvious solution. chess. Now, we all know that there's no better way to blow off steam than a good game of chess. But eventually, safety became an issue.
Check.
The hot dog eating contests were just disastrous and disgusting. The flower arranging competitions weren't any better.
Let him beat you. Arrange. Come on. Arrange. Arrange. Come on now.
You need to, yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Now.
Jumping.
There were a lot of hurt feelings.
It'd be awesome now. I never win anything!
Then it hit me. Maybe what these kids need is a different kind of outlet. A forum in which they can really beat the living snot out of each other. Boom. Football. I said, let's take this rivalry to the field.
And that's exactly what they did. Bumperson set out to hire the best team of athletic coaches available and willing to work for a minimum wage. And on the field, a new tradition was born. In the 1970s, the world changed again. The 70s was also a great time of change for the Chargers, as Hairchild moved from its temporary home at All Souls Church to its permanent residence, a new campus at 1800 Northwest 122nd Street. Despite all the changes the 70s brought, one thing remained the same: the Charger-Cyclone rivalry. Fans showed up in droves every time the two schools squared off. The Polo Bowl in the 1970s was a mixture of agony and ecstasy, as the Chargers struggled to play to their full potential. But even excruciating defeat couldn't keep the Chargers down.
Young men, there's no need to be down. Young men, pick yourself off the ground. Bam, 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 bam. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
By the 1980s,